Welcome to Car Cave. You're here with Chris. Website's carcaveusa.com. Phone number is 803-262-4742. If you need financing, get a hold of us. We'll help you on that. Send over an email. Look us up on the website. Give us a call. We have a very special truck here, which I've been really excited about. I've already had fun playing with a few of the features and just going through everything, just because you don't see a 79 Toyota truck in this condition. It is one family owned. It was in Lancaster, South Carolina its whole life. Hadn't seen the rain in 25 years, and it is beautiful. It's clean. We did almost 11 grand worth of work to it, just because it'd been in storage for a while, and rebuilt the carburetor, put some Bilstein 4600s under it. I think there were also some energy suspension bushings for the leaf springs. Just a full breadth of things that it would bring her back to life. And I don't think she was out of life by any means, but after time, when a car sits and doesn't get used, your rubber gets old. Fuel lines we went through, the clutch hydraulics, just did a full workup. It is originally Toyota red. It looks a little bit of an orange hue, but it was built as a red truck, and it was just a Toyota color there. I've had a few Toyotas that were this shade of red, and it is definitely red, not orange. I enjoy the retro graphics on the side. It had a factory or dealer installed CB that has a Toyota logo on it. Same with the push bar up front and the Warren 3000 winch. And I was going through the records. I'm on the fence if that was period correct with the 3000 and someone upgrade it later. But when you look, I've never seen a Warren winch that has Japanese characters on it. So I'm assuming it was factory delivered. I haven't been able to prove it yet. I've been going down a little hole of research today on this truck. I apologize, it's late. Waited a while to film this, so it's, I don't know, about 11 o'clock at night. So a little bit tired, going on about the 17th hour of work. So bear with me, we'll go through the whole thing. You don't find the center caps either. So the chrome center caps on the Toyota steel wheels, and I don't know if that's a biscuit color on the steel wheels or if it's an off-white, but it has more of a cream color hue to it. It's a perfect accent with the truck. And going to the back of it, the bed was sprayed with a color matched bed liner, and we tried to scrub some of it out, but it's pretty rough texture. So as you can see, there's a little bit of probably dirt that just sat on over time. We hit it with the scrub brush and tried to clean it up some. But the bonus with all that is it looks like somebody replaced the taillights. They went the tubular bumper in the rear, but they also pulled the bed off. So when they did it, they cleaned up the frame and they sprayed the underside. So you Toyota nuts, which you're watching this because you're a Toyota nut, know that these beds just got ate up by rust. Same with the chassis. Someone apparently had the foresight to know that that was going to happen, even though it hasn't seen the rain in 25 years. They kept it indoors. One family owned it. They still pulled the bed off, and they shot bed liner on the bottom side and in the bed itself. And the tire to me looks like the original spare. We haven't brought it down, but that tire is not from any of the modern era. That is guaranteed. So it's a straight, clean, well-documented truck. You're not going to find another one of these. They pop up on the internet every once in a while, but this one has the story to go with it. It's documented, the original part. So it does have an upgraded Weber 3234 carb. The original carbs here. They never mounted the CB antenna. You have the original toolkit, the winch controller. So there is an upgraded radiator. This aluminum one with electric fans, the air cleaner from the carb conversion, the intake pipes, the lid, everything's sitting here, and then the original manuals. So the truck was manufactured, excuse me, the truck was manufactured in April of 79. It was sold August 3rd of 79 into Lancaster, South Carolina at Rock Hill Toyota. Original card from the guy that sold it. And what's funny is with the CB, you had to have a temporary permit to operate it back in the day. So you can see the Citizens Radio Service, the original title, and we'll share all that if you want it in detail. So there's a few Warren winch manuals It's obviously a 3000 push bar. You can see it there. There's an 8074, 8274, but they all look all the same. And you know how when you get a winch now, they have a blanket coverage for all their manuals. So what I'm assuming is the 3000 was put on it, and it was just a blanket way to have all the manuals got delivered with it. So we'll put the tailgate down. You can take a look. So one of the cleanest 45-year-old truck beds I've seen. The body panels are in good shape. The interior is immaculate. You have the chrome smoker's guards, all the door cards, door panels. It's everything you want to see in an old truck. And I've been saying that a lot on us doing reviews, like I just did the Wagoneer over here, but it was the same way. Same family owned that since 1990. So when you find a truck like this that is taken care of, you're not going to find very many left in the world. Going in, the AC works, has 92,000 original miles, and runs good. Somebody put some aftermarket gauges. You have a temp Bosch one, oil pressure, amp meter, and you can see the original, you gotta go down low, Toyota CB. Not sure if it was ever used, original Toyota radio, and the Warren sticker that came on it. So everything's pretty original to the truck. The few things that they deviated from, you saw that they kept the parts. Anything that, put on some BFGs and kept all the original stuff there. So anything that kind of changed, they were very cognizant of keeping it all, which most people weren't, given if they had an old truck. It wasn't a normal thing. The black format you saw on the ground over there was what we just had in here, so we didn't stain the carpet. You see, I tapped the key, the thing's cold right now. You see the temp gauge, that it works. Same with the fuel gauge, same with the brake light. Four-wheel light, tack works well. There's the trip that resets. You can see the backlight on the radio works. We'll turn the lights on. You can see that also functions with all the backlight. And oh, I was gonna go brights. I apologize. There's the brights. And pretty effortlessly for an old four-wheel drive to go over from low to neutral and back to two-wheel drive. You don't see that a lot. I thought it was interesting they had a Band-Aid in here. They had an oil change receipt from 80-something thousand miles, which is over there. There's pictures. We go over here, the AC compressor kick on. That's not something you normally find in these old trucks. I put that in my write-up because everyone says I have the parts, so there's a Freon leak, but I'm getting cold air out of it. So kind of something you don't see usually. I don't know if this was excuse me, something that was installed over the dealer and then somebody put an aftermarket switch, but everything's pretty well integrated, and if it wasn't installed in the AC, it had to have happened a long time ago. Nowhere in the modern era was it done. So looking around here, new blinkers. It's brightness down, up. You see it warmed up a little bit, and the temperature, or sorry, the RPMs came down. And we did a lot of maintenance on it. Did a hub rebuild. We also put a radiator in it, if I remember correctly. We rebuilt the carburetor, did the front timing cover. We shored up a bunch of leaks. We did about 11,000 worth of work. So if you want to see the receipts, just reach out. We'll go over them with you. We'll share them so you can see everything we did in detail. And I don't know why, but the carpets seem more stained on pictures and on video than they are in person. So it looks like they're stains, but they show down here, it actually looks a lot better. You can see the pedal pads, but on some of the pictures, I don't know if it's a grading of the carpet, but the carpet is in very good condition overall. Like I said, we've had that black kind of cheap format in there just when we're moving around the shop to make sure we don't stain it. Headliner's in good condition, seats in excellent condition. There's a little, wear on the edge, but for being a very unmolested original truck, the thing shows exceptionally well. Even behind the seat, the back of the upholstery, the seat belts, the floor pans. We normally have issues and water leaking. Everybody looks on the cab corners on the old Toyotas. You can see the rockers. It's impeccable. It's a true survivor. I have no qualms with this vehicle. If it stays with me, my feelings won't be hurt, but it's not something you normally will ever come across, especially, out of South Carolina, that someone kept on to this thing since it was new. And when we picked it up, the son-in-law was the one selling it, and his wife, whose father was the owner, was crying when we left with it, and I understand why. They've been attached to it. It is a unique piece. It's going to make someone a very proud Toyota owner. Again, we'll go to the rockers. If you want undercarriage pictures, you want more details, contact us. We'll put it up on the rack. We want to make sure 98% of our deals are done remotely. We want to make sure you know exactly what you're buying. We're not going to hide anything. I think the last Hilux I sold last week to Ray, he said, I've never had anybody send me 100 undercarriage photos that clean. We shoot with the Sony mirrorless camera. So I really want you to know what you're getting. We have perfect reviews online. We show our product in its form and exactly, fully transparent. So ask a question, we will answer it. If we don't know the answer, we'll tell you that. There's not going to be any BS. We'll tell you what we know. If we don't, we'll look into it for you. If it's out of our scope, which on this shouldn't happen, but you never know. You could have some really crazy question. It is a 4-speed. It's the 20R motor. It's a Weber 3234. The axle ratio I put in my write-up, so I'd have to go back to that to see exactly what it was. Recently did a trip to Charleston, so put it over the road. Did great. And it probably hadn't been exercised like that in a while. That's been a little bit before got out on the road, because the family before were just keeping it in the barn. I put up the tailgate with one hand and film with the other. We'll go under the hood. I'm trying to show you everything as I'm walking around here. I know, and manual front hubs. I actually had somebody on one of my videos, they said, why didn't you go under the hood? And it was just something I forgot. So you get questioned if you have a lot of routine videos and you forget one thing, which isn't our intentions. Like I said, if you want to see more, totally open to being questioned. Hopefully not interrogated, but just questioned. Ask what you want. We'll give you the best that we can do, which is usually pretty on point. We know our Toyotas well. I think we have 15 of them right now. Did the clutch hydraulics, did the front timing cover, the carb rebuild. Here's the original tag here, which I went over in my write-up there of, excuse me, going through the different codes and defining them for you. So look it out there. It's in the write-up. You can see the old AC compressor. Yeah, that is, spent a lot more time than I thought I would, or like 15 minutes, but it's such a clean truck that it's one of those that's unforgettable. You won't see another one, so give us a call, 803-262-4742. Website's carcaveusa.com. If you need any more media, pictures, questions, whatever you need, reach out to us. We're personable, like to chat, we love cars. Might take this thing down to the Hilton Head Concourse next weekend. It's kind of one of those good solid truck that we put some work into that, I don't know, just has the right appeal. It's gotten attention everywhere we've taken it. But our shop wise, when you look around, we do a lot of Defenders. We don't shy away from anything Japanese, anything Italian. You see a French car over there, so a whole wall of Defenders. Some old school American muscle era, and the 523100. So our range is pretty vast. If it's in the muscle car area, we like to stay with stuff that's really clean, well done. But something like this is a one owner car and really low original miles. So we like to mix it up. You got a Supra, a 3000 GT VR4 6-speed, which is the way to go. Lancia 1.6 HF Fanalone. The KZJ73 is dusty and dirty because we keep driving it. LT1 Corvette with a 6-speed, Alfa Romeo 1750, a little Isetta, a Duchevaux. So we have a good mix here. Our shop's the same size as our showroom. We also do some service work. You can see a air-cooled tuck back there and more Land Rovers and a bunch of stuff. So it's Car Cave. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out the 79 Hilux.